The opening ceremony of the bicentenary commemoration of Janjangbureh was filled with much glamour and fanfare, as there was a full display of oneness, culture and heritage among Gambian people. The historic event, which celebrates the repatriation of liberated slaves to Janjangbureh, was held at the mini stadium in Janjangbureh on the 6th of January 2024. The event brought together national and international delegates such as the Prime Minister of Senegal, the Secretary General of Commonwealth, the President of ECOWAS Court, as well as ministers, senior citizens and guests from Greater Banjul area and beyond.
It is my honor to declare the Janjangbureh Bicentenary Festival officially open.
During the official opening of the ceremony, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, President of Gambia, appreciated everyone who came from all walks of life to witness the historic event. He expressed his gratitude to the Prime Minister of Senegal, His Excellency Amadou Ba, and also the President of Senegal, His Excellency Macky Sall. In his speech, President Barrow described the relationship between the two nations as being that of one people in two states with shared traditional values and cultures.
We are in this historic town, therefore, to celebrate its bicentenary on an island where hope was restored. Captured Africans who were unjustly seized, unjustly treated, and unjustly removed from their homeland and families without any regard for their rights and dignity. On account of this, it is with mixed feelings that we have organized this historic festival to remember the events of the mid-19th century. Because of the cruel acts of that dark era, Africans have been forced to demand reparations from those who took part in the transatlantic slave trade. Excellencies, distinguished guests, it is a welcome development that the African Union, the United Nations, and some African countries have already started to ask for reparations. The Gambia will seize the McCarthy Island bicentenary celebration to use its diplomatic, intellectual, and cultural advantage to promote the reparations agenda.
He further elaborated the festival's objective to celebrate hope over despair and indifference, growth and progress over stagnation and submission, unity in diversity over intolerance, which is an important message for everyone, especially African youth.
I am pleased that the organizers have involved not only artists in the Gambia, but also those in the sub-region and beyond in the activities for peace and reconciliation. It is highly commendable. The regional unity and integration will be highlighted during the festivities. This will reinforce the intensity of the messages and impact of the event, which future generations will surely acclaim forever. The Westerners who landed in Janjangbureh 200 years ago made the best out of a very bad situation and ended up building homes and careers for themselves and their offspring. The lesson for our youth is that we must strive to succeed in the country. As we put it, tekifi.
Notre gratitude à son Excellence, M. Adama Barrow.
While addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister, His Excellency Amadou Ba, who represented the President of Senegal, His Excellency Macky Sall, during the event, also buttressed how interwoven the Senegambian cultures are and how the people of Gambia and Senegal are one.
Le Sénégal et la Gambie étant un seul peuple, une même culture, partageant la même histoire, je viens ici, par devoir de mémoire, célébrer avec vous ce festival qui commémore l'une des pires tragédies de l'histoire de l'humanité.
He further went on to state that Janjangbureh is not just important to the Gambian, but also to Africa at large, as it celebrates a major milestone in our shared history. He rounded up his speech by appreciating the organizing committee of the bicentenary anniversary. One of prominent individuals to grace important occasion was Patricia Scotland, who is also the first woman to be the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. Madam Patricia had learned that she is Gambian, and her presence perfectly represented the theme of the event, celebrating homecoming and our heritage.
I do not believe that my ancestors necessarily were amongst those who came home 200 years ago. But I am here today to represent all of those who until today did not come home, were not able to come home. So it is a poignant moment for me. Through this flesh, which is us, we are you and you are us. In this place 200 years ago, against all odds, but with defiance and purpose, slaves returned to the land they called home. In this place where we walk in their footsteps and find the imprints of their struggle, we are reminded that we are all connected. In this place where they sang a chorus of freedom, which overwhelmed the shackles of their enslavement and created a symphony of determination which still resounds today.
In her speech, she stated that the celebration is not only about learning, but about reflection on the past to provide solutions to some current challenges. The chief organizer of the ceremony, Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture, Amat Ba, in his remarks appreciated the president, sponsors, partners and stakeholders who made the planning and coordination a smooth one for the organizing committee.
We were at a meeting with my various agencies of the Ministry of Tourism and the ministry itself when I brought the idea on the table and floated the idea for people to consider the possibility of the Gambia hosting and celebrating the return of slaves in Janjangbureh.
The governor of Central River Region, Honorable Usman Ba, earlier in his remarks, welcomed delegates and other participants to what he termed as a historic moment for the Gambian. Honorable Usman Ba further went on to state that the anniversary would not have been possible if not for the combined efforts of President of the Gambian and the Office of Central River Region, the local and national organizing committees, and other important stakeholders, which include the entire community of Janjangbureh.
It is our duty to pick up the many opportunities that this celebration has created, such as the new infrastructure, the goodwill contacts, and networks created. Take this island and the region into a tourism hub for job creation as the grand intention of our icon, dedicated, hardworking, above all, very blissful President, His Excellency President Adama Barrow. The island has relics that symbolizes its rich history, such as the governor's office and its well-planned streets with names like Todo Street, Queen Street, John Street, Finlay Street, etc.
The highlight of the occasion was the showcase of cultural heritage of the people of Janjangbureh through performances by various cultural groups. These performances also provided an opportunity for the gathering to witness raw Gambian cultures and heritage.
Maro mana Gambejile.
At the close of the ceremony, the audience expressed their gratitude and delight to be witnesses of such an auspicious event. Many also affirmed that the event reminded them how important preservation of culture is and helped them appreciate the display of unity better.
It's a milestone in the history of our people, which is worth reflecting upon periodically so that we're able to look at our history, look at what went wrong, and see whether we can come up with remedies and work on the way forward.
This is a collaboration between all our nations, and also it's really an eye-opener for the youths to really come together and work hard. How our ancestors worked hard to build our nation up to independence and post-independence, they should continue. We have the baton with them, and they should work hard in unity.
Millions died in the transatlantic ocean of the slave trade. 55 million of us, which I represent, are the children that is owed reparations. So reparation is on the agenda. President Barr is doing the right thing. They must pay us for the greatest crime ever committed against Mother Africa.
Today, we have seen what Gambia is supposed to be. We have seen what we call national cohesion. We have seen national interest. We have seen the beauty of really becoming one people, one voice, one culture, one nation. You see, these things are national events. And sometimes in all our politicking, we have to realize that we owe our people an example of what unity is, an example of what love and cohesion is. And that's how I see this thing. So today I was very, very emotional when I saw this. And you can all see that there are many, many people who have played their role to see its success.